Hey everyone, welcome to another Crochet Festival Roundup.
Oh, hi. I feel like we're doing a Big Brother video right now.
I know.
Because that's where we
This is how we sit for it, right?
Yeah. But this is a crochet.
Oh, I forgot to give this to Bowie.
Crochet.
He gets a little cookie because he's going to be a good boy.
Okay.
Right, Bowie?
Yes. I won't bark at all.
We'll see. So, thank you for joining us today. We just had another festival this past weekend on Sunday.
Apple Festival.
Yes.
Apples. Apple core.
Yes. So this is definitely the largest festival that we've ever done. I remember my cousin was telling me about this one last year. And she actually stopped by our first ever event last year and told me about this one. And
Right.
I was like, oh my God, that sounds insane. Because she was like, oh yeah, it's so much bigger than the thing you're at right now.
Right.
And I was scared.
We didn't do it last year because
We wouldn't have had enough stuff.
we wouldn't have had enough inventory. So
Our goal was to go this year, and we did it.
we did it.
Yes.
Was it the largest table fee?
Yes. This is
Okay.
the most expensive one that we've ever done. The booth
Yeah.
fee was $200.
Right.
And then we spent $30 to get t-shirts. Like
Well,
15
actually,
each.
the actual booth fee was more, but we did it early bird.
Right. Yeah, we got in there like very early after the application came out, so luckily we didn't have to pay like the later fee.
Right.
We also had to get insurance for this event.
Right.
It was $50. We used the ACT insurance.
Right.
Um,
This event had 4 separate vending
Like zones.
areas. Yeah, zones.
This was a street festival. So, like, there's this town, and the whole entire town basically
Yes.
takes part. So, there was,
It's really
like,
nice.
yeah, 2 different, like, street zones, I want to say. I think there's 2 parks. We were in a park.
Right.
Or, like, the outside of a park.
Right.
And then I think there's another park that is also a part of it, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Right.
So, we were kind of almost on the outskirts, like the very edge of the festival, I would say.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we actually requested that spot because we knew that there was supposed to be a lot of, like, kids' entertainment in that park.
There was, in the park they had a kids stage with music, and it seemed like that didn't make any sense after we got there because there was definitely a Nirvana cover band, and I
They
thought
sounded
it was gonna be
great.
like, they did. I thought it was going to
Either
be
it was
like
gonna be the Wiggles.
kids. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like kids type music, but
I liked the
there was
bands they
plenty
had.
of kids.
Yeah. But we also liked our area because there was a large parking lot not far from there. So we figured a lot of people are going to park there. They're going to enter through this area, and they're going to see us, like, right at the beginning of their day.
We were also about 100 feet away from the porta potties.
Yeah, not too bad. Not
Yeah.
far. And those porta potties were nice.
They were nice.
I went there. Well, we both went at the beginning of the day because we try to get in there before the crowd shows up.
That was our plan. Go to the porta potty first so you can be the first one in the porta potty. And
Right.
we were.
But I also went later in the day. And although I saw some things that I didn't want to see in there, it didn't smell. It actually
Okay.
smelled good in there.
Okay.
And, like, just going from what I saw, like, I was not expecting that.
As long as it's not
I
shrapnel.
was scarred. Okay, I need to stop thinking about it. But anyway, this was a one-day event. The actual event itself was from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it was a long one.
I thought it was 9 to 5. That's right. You're right.
What
You're
a
right.
way to make a living. But we had to be there we chose to be there
6.
at 6 a.m.
And it was freezing.
Yeah, the load-in time was between 6 and, like, 8.
To 8.
But we decided to go earlier, like the 6 a.m. time, because this was our first time doing this one. We were
We
worried.
didn't know what to expect.
We were worried it might be a situation where you had to, like, wait online just to get to your spot
Right.
while other people unloaded. So we just wanted to be safe. And I'm glad that we went early because we did get lost.
We got lost because they didn't have the people in place for our area to direct us where to set up.
Yeah, they sent specific directions in the email, which I applaud them for. I think that's great.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we followed the instructions, and then there was nobody there actually, like, directing the traffic.
They were like,
So-
oh, you're in that part? Just go straight.
Yeah.
And it was like pitch dark, and they had the booth numbers written on the ground in chalk,
Yeah.
like skinny chalk.
Yeah.
So it took us a while to figure out where our booth was, and then have like a festival person come over like 15 minutes later, like, oh yeah, that's where you are.
Yeah, so that was a little rough. But once we got there, the load-in was so quick.
Mm-hmm.
You took the car to park it in one of the
And got
vendor
lost.
areas. Oh my god, yeah. We're not super familiar with this town that we were in.
I even turned the GPS on my phone.
I know. About 45, 50 minutes from where we are.
Right.
So it was a little bit of a hike, but not too bad.
Right.
But yeah, I had to call you when I was waiting for you to come
Yeah.
back because I was worried. I was like, oh my god, did she like fall somewhere? Or like, did she get super lost? But you got back, we set up.
I started walking in the wrong direction, and then I had to turn around and walk back. I was literally only 2.5 blocks from where the spot was, but I was so disoriented after I parked that I didn't know where to go.
Yeah. But you got there.
We figured it out.
Yeah. And this setup was a little bit different for us than what we normally do because we usually like to have our tables...
We're going to show some footage here when we talk
about it.
Yeah.
We usually like to have our tables as close to the edge of the tents, edges of the tent as possible.
An L with a 90-degree angle.
Right. So if we were to do that this time, we would have lost use of one of our tables because...
The booth space was tight, right?
Yeah.
They were 10 feet exactly.
Right. They were not given an inch.
No.
On either side. Which is fine. Like, sometimes it's like that. We've had that in the past. And
sometimes it's more generous. Sometimes it's like 15 feet if you pay for a 10 by 10.
Right. When we had that situation last year, we just, like, didn't really utilize our second table. But now we know better. So this time, we decided to pull everything back a bit. We pulled our front table back.
We made a T. A sideways T.
Well, it was still an L. But it was the other way.
We have 2 6-foot tables. So the table that was horizontal, parallel to the people, was in the middle of the other 6-foot table.
Right. We still didn't want to pull it all the way back because we wanted to still have people be able to just peek in without having to come in if they're really shy and see what's in there. So
I think it worked out pretty well.
I really was happy with it. I still prefer to have everything close to the edge.
Yeah.
However, when we are in situations like this, and we probably will be at our next event as well,
yes,
I like this setup. I think it's good.
I like it too.
Yeah, so
we still had a foot on the one side
to get out and be able to fix things on the table and whatnot. So that was good. But yeah, I know what you guys are here for. You want to hear how we did.
The numbers.
Okay, so it was a big day. This was our second biggest event, sales-wise. Right. So we ended up selling 254 items.
Wow.
A lot of them were small, but we also sold quite a few of our big ticket items as well.
Yes.
So I think instead of going through every single item like we normally do,
why don't you just say the best sellers?
Let's do some highlights, and then we'll also do some surprises that didn't sell. Because I
Right.
have a few of those to mention.
Oh.
I really clowned myself.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk bestsellers. So, number 1, your keychains were such a hit.
Wow.
We ended up selling 39 keychains. And they were all different varieties.
Right.
But the bestsellers within the keychains were the dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you sold 8 of those.
Okay.
You made some special apple ones because it was an apple festival.
Right.
So you sold 4 of those.
Mm-hmm.
Your pumpkins, you sold 3. You had 2 Frankensteins.
I think I only had 3 pumpkins.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's good then. Your Frankensteins, you sold 2 out of 2.
Right.
So that was great. You sold 5 of the popping mushrooms. So keychains, off the hook.
I think keychains are so popular right now because kids love them as backpack buddies.
Yeah.
And hip women love to use them
And men.
as like a purse buddy.
Yeah, like a bag charm type thing.
Yeah.
I have one on my bag, and I love it.
Well, guys put them on their keys.
Yeah, but I saw a few guys that had like fanny packs and stuff, and they put them on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the keychains were super popular. We sell them for $10 for any keychain.
variety. Yeah.
So that was already almost $400 just with
Right.
the keychains, which is insane.
Yeah.
You have a lot of work to do on those.
I do.
Okay. My mini elephants had a big day.
Mm-hmm.
I brought 10 of them, I think, and I sold
the elephants
7.
were very popular.
A lot of times with the elephants, I was not putting them out right away, and they were kind of like a fill-in item when
Right.
when other things sold out. But this time I was like, no, I'm putting my elephants out. I really like them, and I was happy to see that other people like them too. So that's the Nooks Hooks pattern, and all of the patterns hopefully will be in the Google Doc below. If we're missing anything that you're looking for that we mentioned, just let us know, and we'll add it. Your hot dogs did great. You sold 5 of those.
Right.
I made some.
Did I sell out? I think I have one
you have
hot
one
dog
left.
left. Yeah.
I made some apple turtles for this event specifically, and I just modified the Friendly Red Fox's turtle pattern. So to make it an apple one, I just indented the top by bringing the yarn through.
Did you do an extra row?
No.
Oh.
It was just the regular turtle pattern.
Okay.
And then I added a stem and a leaf. And the stem and the leaf that I used were actually from the apple snail from Garden Hoe Market. And that's the same.
Apple turtles were very popular.
Thank you. That is the same thing that I did for the Strawberry Festival. I used the Friendly Red Fox's turtle and used the accoutrement from the Garden Hoe Market's snails.
Right.
Surprisingly, you know what didn't sell? I think we sold one fruit snail, and it was a blueberry. But we had apple snails, we had pumpkin snails.
People kept thinking they were llamas.
Yeah. I think the snails are so cute, but this crowd was not into it.
Some people picked them up and were like, oh, look at that. But then they didn't end up buying them.
No. The tiny items, of course, were very popular.
They're always popular.
But especially at events like this.
A lot of kids, like we said, the last market roundup, the parents tell them they have $10 to spend. So they would love to buy 2 items so they can get 2 $5 items instead of a $10 item.
Yeah, so your tiny turtles, you sold 9. Mm-hmm. The mini ghosts.
Sold out.
Yeah, mini ghosts also sold out. I had 12 of those. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm looking at the list on my phone.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys, like, the important info
The chubby
here.
frogs.
The chubby frogs, you sold 12 of those. 12 of the mini pumpkins. Those were gone. 17 mini octos. I think I brought 17 and we sold 17. I'm completely out of those.
Yeah. Those are a quick make.
They're very quick. Those are my Sweet Softies. You sold 10 mini whales. 8 leggy froggies.
The leggy froggies are so easy to sell. People love to say, oh, let's get the derp. Yeah,
they love the derpy
they
face.
Love derpy.
Because it's just like...
Yeah.
And I actually sold 4 Mabel chickens this time. They're hit or miss. I don't know. It's weird. But that is actually a $7 item. All the other ones that I mentioned were $5.
Yeah.
So that one's a little bit more. Some other big hits for the day. The small dogs that I make by...
Oh, yes. The $10 dogs.
Artesa Natiel on YouTube. I sell this for $10. And it was interesting, though, because I sold 10 of them. Why did I just Dr. Evil? I sold 10 of them, but I think I only sold 2 breeds that I had. Like, I usually have at least 4 or 5 different breeds. Yeah. But the 2 most popular breeds were the Wiener dogs, the Dachshunds.
Right.
And the...
German Shepherds?
No.
Oh,
the
Beagles?
Beagles. Everybody loves the Beagles. That's actually, like, my favorite one out of the bunch, too.
Right.
But, yeah. People really like those. I also made some chicks with apple hats. So that is a pattern that I modified. It was actually...
that's the chick with the frog hat pattern?
No. That's the chick with the strawberry hat.
Okay.
If you're looking down below for it, it's the chick with the strawberry hat, but I changed it to be an apple. And it was the same thing. I indented the top, and I put the stem and the leaf from the snail pattern.
Right. Very popular.
Yeah, so...
Everybody was like, look at this! It's a chick with an apple hat.
So those I sold for $12. I brought 15 of them and sold 11. So I was pretty happy with that.
Right.
I sold out my corgis by Line of Toys. You know what sold really well?
What?
The big rodents with the jumbo yarn.
Yes. People were digging the rodents.
They were buying the big rodents before the small ones.
Yeah.
And I was like kicking myself because I only brought 4 big rats when I had 2 still at home. And all 4 of them sold so quickly.
They did.
I was just like...
People weren't coming back for the rats. Like, they bought something and then they came back and they were like, I gotta come back for the rat.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I only sold 3 of the small rats. Everybody wanted the big ones. And then what's it called? Possums had a big day, though. The possums, I sold a few of the big ones, but also, where is it? The small ones, I sold 7.
Wow.
So that was pretty good. I think I had like 2 left.
The rodents are always a big hit.
Yeah, but the last few times they've been iffy. Like sometimes they're really big, and then sometimes they don't really get any love.
At the big festivals, though, I feel like they've always been popular. Maybe the little street ones, maybe not as much, but the big ones, yeah.
We also had a good day for Halloween stuff. I had 2 bats that I sold. I had 3 spiders.
The bats
they
sold
all went
very quickly.
Yeah, they did. Spiders were gone. Your Beetlejuice sold
Immediately.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to find some of the other interesting stuff. Okay, I finally sold 2 of my dream catchers.
Yeah.
I made these last spring for my wedding as decor, and I gave a few of them out to family and whatnot after the wedding. I kept a few, for myself, whatever. And then I was selling the rest of them, and I try to bring them for most of our events.
We've been bringing them for pretty much every event.
Because even if people don't buy them, I think they look really nice hanging up.
It's nice because when the wind blows, the streamers blow, so it, creates a little attention for our tent.
Yes. So that was fun. I sold 2 of them.
Nice.
Which I was not expecting. So that was cool. Some other ones that we don't usually sell, but that went this time. We brought all of your loveys that you have. You had 3, and they all sold.
Right.
There were a few people that were looking specifically for baby stuff.
Babies, yeah.
And we were telling them, probably shouldn't get anything with the safety eyes because it's a choking hazard for anyone under 3.
Right.
So then we didn't put the loveys out because we just have such a hard time finding a good way to display them.
Yeah.
So whenever people were looking for baby stuff, we were just like, well, we have these.
Right.
And we pulled them out.
So we had a hippo, we had a sheep.
Yep.
And we had a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And they all
went to good homes, so that was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Okay, a few more.
Capybaras
were good.
Popular.
Sold 5. I sold 2 of the small skunks. Yay!
I'm shocked that people don't buy more skunks.
Yeah.
That's like one of my spirit animals.
I know. I would immediately be like, whoop, there's a skunk.
I'm
gonna have
there.
to get it.
Yep.
Some of the bigger items, let's see. I sold my Jumbo Dragon, the No-Sew Crochet by Jenna.
Beautiful, red and black.
Thank you. I have to make another one of those. Stop!
He said, I want a red and black one.
I also sold the same pattern made with the slim yarn. I also sold the Jumbo Brontosaurus and the small one.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was cute because I feel like this has happened before too, where like a family will come up and they're looking at something and the kid like clearly wants it and the parents are like, no. But then the parent comes back later and gets it because it's going to be like a surprise for like a birthday or a holiday or something. I love when that happens. So that was really cute.
The little girl who wanted the teddy bear.
Yes! The teddy bear by Crochet Me Zaddy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
With the heart on its sweater. She came back like 3 or 4 times.
Such a sweetheart.
And every time she went for the teddy bear and the parents were like, oh, I don't know, we'll come back. And every time they came back, she wanted that teddy bear. And then the 4th time, she got it.
Yeah.
So.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
You sold your 2 kitties in costumes.
Yes, those also sold pretty quickly.
Yeah. Once we put them out, people wanted them. I'm trying to look for the other outliers here. Oh, your doll by Crochet Grove.
Oh, yes.
Very cute.
It was the doll with the long yellow braids and the jacket that you could take off. And it had a little dress on underneath. Very popular.
Very sweet.
I'm going to be making a Wednesday Addams version of that same doll. Hopefully by our next festival. Mm-hmm. Which is in a week and a half. I know.
It's coming up quickly. Yeah, I also, it's been a while, but I sold one of my small caterpillars by All From Jade.
Yes.
Which was nice. And my whale, I call it a fudgy whale because of the tail, but the tail, the whale.
It has a jaunty tail.
A jaunty tail. It's a whale by All From Jade.
A whale of a tail.
Yeah, I think it's from the whale family bundle, but this is technically like the daddy whale.
Right.
So I sold him. Other than that,
They also came back several times.
Yeah, they did.
Before they got the whale.
Yeah, I would say that was like a group of 20-somethings.
Yes.
Altogether.
20 or 30.
Maybe. I never know how old people are.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they think you look 12, so.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that's like most
that
of
it?
the interesting stuff. I will also say, too, the small chonky mushroom boys that we sell for $8.
Yeah.
Sold 7 of them. Like, what?
Yeah.
They're still very popular.
And a big one, too, right?
Yeah, and a big one.
And the bees were popular.
Yeah, I brought a few of the bees, and I think I sold like
3, maybe?
4.
4.
4 bees.
You sold a pink one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm out of pink ones now. They finally both went.
Mm-hmm.
Because I sold one last time, too.
Right.
But the chonky mushroom boys, they're still kicking. I've only been making them red lately. I haven't been doing the other colors, but
I think red is the most
I just figured
popular.
that's the classic, so
Yeah.
people like the red. I'm sure they like the other colors, too, but
Yeah.
they really like the red.
There's just something special about a red chunky boy.
Oh, yeah. So we had some other sales, too, but I don't want to bore you by going through every single thing.
No.
So, I guess I should give the total.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
That's what everybody wants to know.
I know. What am I doing? So, like I said, 254 items.
Right. Mostly small.
Yes, a lot of small stuff. Our total sales for the day was $3,040.
Oh.
Woo! So when we take out the booth fee and the insurance, that leaves us with $2,790.
Good job.
I'll take it. I was very happy with how the day went.
It probably could have gone a little bit smoother, though, because there were so many people at one point. The Wi-Fi was overwhelmed.
I forgot to mention that. Yes. So we had a very unfortunate situation.
And the police officer that was chatting with us on and off had said that they put up a temporary tower.
Apparently this has been an issue before.
Right.
Because one of our neighbor vendors, like, has been there before, and he was telling us about it. Like, this happens every year, I guess. Like, there's just, there's, like, tens of thousands of people that come to this. I mean, they said, like, 40,000.
Everybody's on their phone.
Like, 40,000 people at this event. And, it's just too many people on the internet. So, our Square reader stopped working.
We couldn't even get texts out.
No. I mean, the internet was just done. I couldn't even get Venmo up. Nobody could get Venmo up.
We were throttled.
Yeah, so there was a stretch of time where we could not accept electronic payments. We only had to take cash.
There was one person who came up and they were going to buy like 3 items.
Yeah, unfortunately
and they didn't have cash, and we tried to put it through, but it wouldn't go through.
Yeah, there was one sale that somebody got something for free by accident. It was only a $5 item, but
yeah,
this was before it like really crapped out, so I didn't know it was going to do this. But
it was looking like it was going to go through,
and then the payment did not go through, and the person was gone. So I was like,
yeah.
Oh. But at least it was only a $5 item.
There were also wonderful people who didn't have the cash and actually Venmo'd later on.
Right. There were some people, like, I wouldn't normally do stuff like that, but there were a few people who, like, came back later, and I knew
they already had bought something.
Yeah, so I was like, just, take it. Here's my Venmo. If you could just Venmo me when you get a signal. And luckily, everybody followed through. I think I had 2 people.
2 people,
who did that. So luckily, we were able to make that work. And they got their items, and we got paid. So very happy with that. But hopefully in the future, because we do want to do this event again, hopefully
definitely.
They are going to remedy
Put up
that
2
situation.
towers?
Yeah, because people need the internet, and like everybody around us was having the same issue.
So the guy next to us was an alcohol vendor.
He was selling his homemade sangria,
right?
Which was a very popular
tent. He was giving out little samples in paper cups, and people were loving it.
Yeah.
So he told us that he...
Well, I actually overheard him saying this to people.
But I think he told us later, too, that he gave a free bottle of sangria to the house that was right behind us so that he could get on their Wi-Fi.
So he had to keep running over closer to the house with people's cards.
Right.
This is why I heard the spiel so many times, because he was explaining to people, like, I need to take your card over there just so I can, like, get on their Wi-Fi and get this payment through.
Right.
That was pretty smart. We did not do that.
Smart.
I don't know if they would have been cool with another vendor hopping on their Wi-Fi, and I also don't know if our plushies would have been tempting enough for
payment?
them. I don't know. So
I don't know. But
some people might prefer the sangria.
I think he was charging like 20.
It was like 24 and then 29.
Yeah.
Like, so they were different prices, but he was doing really well.
He was doing really well. He showed up with a lot of cases.
And he went home with way less.
Yes.
But, yeah, it was cool. He was really nice, too. Our other neighbor was really nice.
Yes.
Like, she was selling soaps. And...
They had a bearded dragon in their booth, the dogs were on parade.
Oh, yeah. So many cool animals. But we saw some firsts this time, too. Like, we always see really, really cute dogs, right?
Right.
But we saw a cat in a stroller.
A cat in a backpack.
One of those, like, clear backpacks that you can
Right.
put cats and dogs in.
And we also saw a rabbit in a front carrier.
That's wild. Never seen somebody bring a rabbit to a
No.
market in, like, a sling.
And the rabbit was really loving it.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So, it was a fantastic day.
They want to get out, too.
Yeah. So we want to thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of actual market footage that day just because it was
Right.
pretty crazy. I would say it didn't have the same hecticness that I felt we had at the Strawberry Festival, which was, the...
Strawberry Festival, we didn't have a minute to ourselves.
Yeah, this one, it was a nice steady stream. It was a longer event, so we made... like 500 less than we did at the Strawberry one.
Right.
But it was a longer day, so everything was like
She had
more
enough
spread out.
time to run to the toilet and back, and I only missed like the beginning of one sale.
Yeah, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I went when Square was down, so I didn't
Right.
have to worry about you trying to figure out
The Square.
on my phone.
Right.
Which was good.
Right. So
It all worked out.
All in all, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get busy for the next event.
Yeah.
We hope you'll follow along to see how we do for the Pickle Festival.
Yay!
If it's anything like last year.
This was our favorite event last year.
Yes.
So we've been looking forward to this all year.
Yeah. The booth neighbors, the people, the venue.
The
The pickles, yes. We're big pickle fans. So
Right.
It was a really nice day.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're looking forward to it. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. And until next time, much love.